This is a revolution.
All Elite
Wrestling squeeze is settled.
I want a match that is
Wonderful.
Bubbly.
A paradigm shift.
You wanna kick my friend in his dick?
12,000 tickets sold in just 4 minutes.
The All Elite best tag team division in the world.
Not the Dippin' Dots! The damn Dippin' Dots didn't do anything to anybody!
What's up, and welcome to episode number 15 of the All Elite Hour. My name is Brian with MARKEDOUT Wrestling Podcast, and if you're listening to this podcast, then thank you. But if you're listening to it and you haven't subscribed to MARKEDOUT Wrestling Podcast, go subscribe to MARKEDOUT Wrestling Podcast. Again, on YouTube, you can go to Spotify, you can go to Podbean, pretty much any podcast platform you could think of. We're on it. Also, go join the AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. It's an excellent source for anything All Elite. You get a lot of old matches, you get classic AEW matches. I know the sample size isn't that big, but they have put out a lot of tremendous matches over the past year or so. You also it's a great source for news, for rumors, for any kind of incoming talent that potentially might be coming. But it's also just a great way to connect with other AEW fans. So go join the AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group on, well, I was going to say Facebook, but it's on Facebook. Duh. On the show, we discuss BTE, Dark, and Dynamite that happened this past week in the world of AEW. And we also get, Kyle gives us a good description of the AEW rankings. And for those of you that are wondering, hey, why does Mr. Brody Lee get a title shot against Jon Moxley? Well, we'll explain on the show. We also have a good conversation about the card that is shaping up to be Double or Nothing that happens May 23rd from an undisclosed location. So secret, so mysterious. I love it. And also, if you want to submit a question for us to answer on the podcast, and we'll, of course, give you a shout out, please send your questions to allelitehourpodcast@gmail.com, or you can just go find us on Twitter @allelitehour, or just if you're a part of the group, you can just throw a question out there. You could send us a DM to one of the admins, or you could send it to myself, Kyle, or MJ that are in the group, and we'll have your question on the show and have it for a topic of discussion. And lastly, before we get into it, I just want to mention that we do have some technical issues during the podcast. So if there are points in there that our voices sound like Kane from Kane and X-Pac days when he had the voice box, that would be it. These things happen when you're recording remotely, so our apologies. But also, most importantly, myself, Kyle, and MJ, we just want to wish all the moms out there a happy Mother's Day. So please enjoy it on our behalf of the AEH and of the All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. Happy Mother's Day to all you mothers out there. All right, I'm rambling. Here's the conversation with myself, Kyle, and MJ. And this show is brought to you by the AEH. Not the AEH. The AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. Go join it. And if you want, we just added a new feature on there. If you guys want to include any questions for the podcast, you can include it right there. Now, I guess if you're listening to this podcast, you're probably, hopefully, already a member of the group. But we're just encouraging a lot more to for you guys to send us some questions, because we want to have some discussions about some shit that maybe we wouldn't have thought of in the first place. But on this episode, we are going to discuss pretty much primarily everything that happened on Dynamite. We'll talk a little bit about BTE, a little bit about Dark, but we're also going to talk about Double or Nothing, of course. They announced a bunch, about 4 new matches that are going to be happening. But on the show, as always, we have the trio. We've got MJ and Kyle, and of course, all 3 of us are collectively from the AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. Kyle, how's it going, brother?
Pretty good. How are you?
Yeah, I mean, it's like 75 degrees out. It's nice out. It's cool out. I don't have to have like the fucking like AC blasting in my face. I'm not sweating all the time. Like it's good. It's nice. It's a good day. Yeah, it's a good day. And MJ, my friend, he's a lover of everything Jay White and hippos. I hear.
Goddamn right.
You goddamn right.
My weather is shitty.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's 66 and blowing wind like a fucking,
It was raining a lot over by me yesterday, but today is fucking gorgeous, so I'll take it. But let's get fucking right to it, because I know we were talking about it before we were on the air. We're trying to decide. We're like, well, what should we, just deciding topics. And really, what we kind of fell on was, there was a lot to take away from Dynamite on Wednesday, but. First, we should discuss the matches that happened on Dark, just the results. We'll kind of run through them and see if there's anything that sticks out to us. We had Ryan Piles versus 10 with Mr. Brody Lee. And MJ, you said that you had just a take that you wanted to share about this match, yeah?
For no one that knows, that's Preston Vance now. If anyone didn't catch that vignette that they had about him on the computer. And I think that Brody Lee was out there spectating, so that means that in the future now, expect number 10 to be very frequent and be a main, you can't really even say mid-card now because there's no mid-card title. There's no weight divisions in AEW, which was mentioned for the first time last night. Mm-hmm. So it's a pretty good match. I'd watch it if I were you.
Now, Kyle, you said 10 is he from SHW?
No.
No, do you know where he primarily was working before AEW?
Not that I'm aware of.
No, we'll have to double check that. But no, I like that there's so many like layers to the Dark Order. Of course, you have at the top Mr. Brody Lee, and then I guess are they still Kyle? Would you still consider Evil Uno and Stu as like his like second in command, or would you say there's a little bit of a I don't want to say a power struggle because they're not at that level yet, but do you think that like the there's like a shift in the powers, I guess, in the Dark Order?
I'd say Uno is still his second in command.
Okay, and then you have Stu, and then what about because you have the Beaver Boys? They're still involved in there.
Yeah.
So it is weird how they have they're acknowledging all these guys, and then they're giving them the mask. Usually it's the other way around, where you have the guys come in and they're wearing a mask. You don't know who it is, and then they reveal it, and it's, oh my God, it's so-and-so. But I love, and this just goes back to it. I forget who it was on the Facebook group that made the point, but he made up a good thing that said that this is just also, they're not only the promos that Brody Lee cuts are very Vince McMahon like, but now the whole Dark Order is kind of becoming almost like you could say it's not symbolic. It's almost like the WWE developmental system, how they used to sign guys, strip them completely of their identity and then give them a mask and just make them like a carbon copy of one another. So this is just another kind of thing that is just furthers that whole WWE just antiquated kind of system. So whoever that was a good point that you brought up on the board. Thank you for that. Thank you for pointing that out. But MJ, you said that it was a good showing for 10 though, you'd say?
Yeah. Very good. Because it's really weird too, because I'm pretty sure Preston Vance only had one match even before this even happened. So
all right. And then another one we had Kip Sabian versus Colt Cabana, and you said another one. You said MJ, this was something that you, I guess, weren't necessarily expecting. Yeah,
it's just the way that the match went. That Penelope it just seemed like Penelope was gonna turn on Kip for Colt in that match, and then at the end she rused him. So it wasn't your normal Dark match. How about that? It felt like it should have been on a Dynamite.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's just the way it went, the way the story played out in the match. It just wasn't a regular Dark match that you'd be like, oh, they're just fighting on Dark. Right. They have you invested in it.
And of course, with this match, Colt Cabana versus Kip Sabian, we had Kip Sabian going over. And I know, Kyle, you mentioned previously on one of our shows that you are a big Kip Sabian fan. And what was it? His whole Harry Potter. He's a big Harry Potter fan.
Yeah, he is.
I just saw I've been getting all these things on Spotify saying that, like, yeah, I can have, what's the guy's name that played Harry Potter? Daniel
Radcliffe.
Daniel Radcliffe. I almost said Daniel Craig.
Yeah.
It definitely wasn't Daniel Craig. Daniel Radcliffe, he can read Harry Potter chapters now on Spotify. Is that what's going on?
Yeah, I think so. Like his finisher is a Deathly Hallows part. I think he just calls it a Deathly Hallows part.
Deathly
1.
Hallows. Oh, that's cool. Well, him and Cutler need to tag up and then have a fucking like fantasy Dungeons and where he's a Dungeons and Dragons guy. Isn't that what it is?
Yeah.
Something like that. Yeah. No, but this was MJ. That's a good point about Penelope getting involved and kind of fucking over Colt. But and then the other match that we had on Dark, it was the Captain Sean Dean versus Sammy Guevara, with Sammy, of course, going over with the Burning GTS.
Keep that. He needs to never change that.
The Burning GTS.
Yeah, that's such a good name. It is.
It is. It is. But
it's just weird too. It's just weird too because someone else uses that move. That's not in AEW.
That's okay though. Yeah.
He calls it something weird. I don't like it.
And I guess on BTE we had it was called the Old Carney Trick. Not too much to really take away from this one. The guys were playing horse, which was not horse. It was BTE, I guess. BTE. Kyle, I want to ask you though, because this is something that was kind of bugging me about the whole. And I don't know if it's going to become a thing. It seems like it is, but how do you feel about the whole Broken Matt Hardy revealing like the terms from the inside thing that they've been doing on BTE?
I don't know. It's kind of odd. It's I guess it's a way to feature him, but I was hoping he'd have more of a prominent role. Yeah,
that's a really good point because I don't know. It just comes really out of left field. Like I don't know why. I don't know. It's weird. It's like because they do things like where they have Taz's technique or Taz's Taz's technique. Is that what they're calling the gimmick? Or Taz's corner extravaganza, something like that, where he explains the breakdown of moves, and they're really keeping kayfabe with everything. But now on BTE they have fucking Matt Hardy, talking about different terms and stuff. So it's just very, very fascinating the different information that they pass along on their different on their programming. But do you have any problems with Matt Hardy spilling the guts, so to speak, MJ, on BTE?
I think it's maybe it's an inside joke.
Could be.
Maybe that's why we aren't getting it. So maybe that's what it is.
Could be. All right. So I guess if there's nothing else, Kyle, do you have anything else that you want to share about BTE that happened that sticks out to you?
During the basketball game, is pretty cool seeing them once again featuring her brother Malachi, but also if wrestling doesn't work, man, I think and Nick may have a future in basketball. He was killing it.
Nick or Matt? I thought Matt was pretty good too.
Yeah, but Nick was hitting all those insane 3-pointers.
He was. I know it sucks. I mean, they're fucking great at wrestling, and they're also extremely talented at basketball, and they can sell the shit out of t-shirts. So they're just the Bucks have it all. But no, good for them. Maybe.
I feel for their brother, but their brother looks like nothing like them.
Yeah, right. Is he older? Is he younger? Is he the middle?
He's the youngest. He's the youngest.
Yeah,
he's the youngest.
He's the youngest, and he looks the oldest.
Oh.
He probably just has different genes, you know.
Yeah, right.
Stuff happens, dude. I have 3 brothers. My dad isn't redhead, but my oldest brother's redhead. So.
Yeah, I feel like I look nothing like my family. I feel like I look like my mom a little bit, but
dude, my mom looks like my sister. It's weird.
Has he had any wrestling training though? Going back to Malachi, like, did he used to wrestle with them in the backyard? I haven't read their book yet. Actually, hasn't even come out yet.
What, Malachi?
Yeah,
Malachi used to be a wrestler.
Okay. That makes sense.
Wait, is Malachi Matt's? That's Matt's son, right?
No, Malachi is
No.
Matt and Nick's
No,
brother.
Matt Lee, man.
Wait, what? Oh, you mean like his son? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that's right. That is the name of his son. Wait. Isn't it?
No, Matt Lee, their dad. All their
Yeah.
dad. That's his dad.
Yes.
And they had the same mom too.
Yes.
Oh,
That's-
you're asking if they're full
Yes.
siblings. Okay.
Yes.
I missed the point. Okay, yes.
I have him on Facebook. That's why I don't say their dad because he's hilarious.
Right. Oh, all right. Well, yeah, I guess I don't know.
Wow.
Hopefully he's like
That's
the BTE
weird.
referee. Maybe he could just like stay on there and just have a job. I don't know. Or maybe he has a job completely happy outside of the wrestling bubble and we have no fucking idea. We don't know. But either way, this was an entertaining episode of BTE. But I guess let's shift gears and let's get to let's talk about Dynamite, because as we said before, there's a lot to kind of dissect. Of course, they announced a lot of matches for Double or Nothing, but let's get off to let's start off with one match specifically. The first match, Cody Rhodes against Joey Janela, because this was one that a bunch of I don't know. I hear a lot of things about Joey Janela. He gets a lot of hate, and to me, I feel like it's like a lot of he doesn't deserve it. And I'm gonna go to you, Kyle, first. Like as far as Janela goes, everyone always says they're like, I don't get it. Like he doesn't look like a wrestler. To me, he doesn't look threatening. I know. I'm with you, MJ. But with Janela, like I feel like a lot of the times he just gets a lot of hate from even like the people that actually like enjoy AEW. I haven't come across a lot of people that are I don't know are very kind to the stuff that he, his AEW matches so far. I always am on the defense. I'm always like, no, he just hasn't really had too much opportunity. And to me, I thought last night's match was good. It was a 20-minute match fucking with Cody Rhodes. It was the fucking first match of Dynamite, first one back live. But Kyle, do you think, first of all, I want to ask, did you enjoy this match? And second part, do you think Janela gets unnecessary hate from the wrestling world?
Oh yeah, I think he does.
Yeah,
he gets a lot of unnecessary hate. It's mostly from jackass Cornette fans. But,
true, that's true.
Yeah, but yeah, I think he's proven time and time again in Dynamite that he can go in the ring. He's not just some backyard hardcore wrestler.
Right. And I think he gets that's where he gets the kind of mixed up with. And, I kind of agree with this, where like a lot of the stuff that he did outside of AEW, of course, was more on, it was for a lot of hardcore promotions. So that's why he also gets lumped into that stuff. But like almost like a guy like, I don't want to compare him to Jimmy Havoc, but kind of like that, where Jimmy Havoc he would do a lot of hardcore matches. And then when he gets to AEW, it's very few and far in between. I feel like kind of Janela is a little bit in that league.
Didn't you look out of shape a little bit though?
No, man. So he looks like he like got in shape to me. Like he looks a lot better.
Yeah, he does look a lot better.
He looks a lot leaner.
There was a scene that I was looking at where he was leaning over and just looked like his gut was folding over way too much. I don't know. And I can't knock him because of quarantine, you can't. People expect wrestlers to you should just work out and stay fit during quarantine, man.
Right.
And sometimes you just can't do that.
No.
You've been working for so long that you get this prime once in a lifetime to sit down and spend time with people and shit. So that's why I can't knock him for it. But to me, it just looked like he did look a little out of shape. Now with his moves, I'm not saying that he was off. I'm just saying his physique.
Right. Well, I mean, I guess not everyone can look like, I don't know.
Jay White.
Yeah, well, exactly. Not everyone can look like Jay White. You're right. Anything else, though? I mean, was there a reason why? Did I miss something? Was there a reason why this match was announced to begin with? Or was this just, like, what was there any kind of...
Last week.
It wasn't like there was, like, some sort of... It's not like Joey spilled coffee on Cody backstage, and then Cody was like, hey, you can't do that.
What a weird ending to the match also.
How so?
He just pulled him back and
I
thought he was going to do more than one, but one and done, I guess.
Right. Yeah. next after this, one of the things that I want to talk about, and again, this whole episode of Dynamite just it felt like it flowed. Like there was one of the things actually that I know. We'll get to it later, but but this whole women's segment that they put up, it was just all it was. It was a recap of the entire women's division as a whole. I thought it was fan-fucking-tastic. MJ, what were your? I mean, tell me your thoughts about this segment and what you liked about it.
The AEW, these promos that they put together now, it seems old school in a sense, as in it doesn't need all those flashy things that other companies put with their shit. So when they show footage and they show how these people are interacting with each other, it just seems like a good vignette. It just seems like one of the best promos just because of the way they do it. And Nyla, man, when she screams like that just screams good promo. To me, honestly, I haven't heard her slip up when she's screaming like that. So it just, Sheeta, the way she is, always,
Right.
And what I didn't see enough of was I didn't see Big Swole in there that much.
Was she even? Well,
she was getting messed up by Nyla. The last thing I saw on it.
But going back, I mean, Kyle. She hasn't been on TV though, right? She's not in the crowd.
No, she's quarantined because she has is it Crohn's disease? Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. So that would make sense then. But to me, I mean, this. I think what was so good about it, and Kyle, I want to hear your thoughts on it too, was just that they weren't just focusing on one like specific feud in the women's division. They were just they were going through like each thing that was happening. I think that's why it was so enjoyable to watch. What do you think?
I think it was more of a like trying to get you hyped for next week's match package thing. That's
a good point. That is a really good point. But at this point, they hadn't announced that, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that's a genius move. They pumped up their division and then they fucking lay the whole match on us later on. Great. I mean, this isn't about the whole. We're not just fucking sitting here kissing ass to AEW, but I mean, that's a good strategy. I'm sorry, it is. Like they got me.
They're down power, dude. That's what it is.
Say it again.
That's what they're down woman power right now. So
true. Well, that's true.
I mean, think about this. Big Swole was just actually getting big. I mean, even Adam. Remember on Marked Out, Adam defended. Remember, I was on that tirade.
Right.
And him and Rob was like, "Wait a minute, no, Big Swole is this?" I was like, "Okay." Right. And then, but that's one of the lulls that they're taking. So,
yeah.
And to have Nyla back is great.
Yeah, so. It was Nyla, of course. So after this, it was a 2.5 minute promo almost package that they showed. But Nyla had a match against Kenzie Page. Kyle, you said that you're familiar with Kenzie Page. She's from SHW or has worked at SHW, correct?
Yeah, she is. She had a really good match he's had really good matches with Danny Jordan.
Okay. So Danny Jordan. So I mean, dude, it's like, it's crazy how close, I love how close they are to the indies. I mean, specifically SHW, because I mean, I don't know. It just seems like they have a really good relationship with just a lot of these local promotions, especially, for the past month or so with everything, they were kind of low on talent, I guess. So getting the people that are close by, and to me, I enjoy seeing all these new faces. I know some people don't like it, but
during the MJF promo, my friend Nathan was the one who in the background brought the throne.
Oh, okay. Okay. Oh, yeah. Yes. I thought I recognized him.
Yeah. That was Nathan. And then I don't really have anything on the MJ other than that on the MJF promo because it was just your typical MJF promo.
Right.
Wasn't nothing too big to take away from it. The Shawn Spears one was interesting. They're still like doing this whole him having a problem with Cody?
Yeah.
How long is this feud? Like, when are they gonna like do this feud like and make it go back and forth.
Right.
Well, like I figured he would be done with it, but no, he's not.
I think it's going to be Sean versus Dustin at Double or Nothing.
That would be cool.
That would be good.
Because because the AEW released their YouTube video that it pinpointed more of Sean and Dustin other than Sean and Cody.
Right. Because he was talking about Dustin a lot in the promo.
Yeah, that he's done. His career's done. So I think that's going to be Dustin's going to come back like, no, it's not. Face me for my career at Double Nothing, and then that's when Dustin loses.
Yeah, I hope that this eventually leads to Spears finally beating Cody.
That would be good. Because I mean, they've had 2 matches already at this point.
Yeah.
Or 2? Yeah, 2.
Yeah.
That's actually what I. Go on.
I think their TNT tournament match was probably their best one.
Yo, it definitely was. I liked it better than the first. I mean, when I think of the first one, of course, you think of the chair shot. But the TNT tournament one, that was just a solid all around. I mean, that one also had its moments too, because didn't they use the guardrail a little bit? They used a little bit of outside or foreign objects, if you will. And
I'm pretty sure Sean kicked out of a Crossroads.
He did.
So Cody was like, "Oh, I'm going Super Saiyan."
Right.
Fucked him up.
You know, that's a good point though. I'm glad you brought that up, because that's actually what I wrote down in my notes about the whole the Sean Spears promo. I wrote that it felt forced, almost like he was like forcing his way into the whole Cody. I'm like, you're still talking about that. Like I thought we were past this, but
it's like, dude, he's beat you twice now.
Yeah, right.
Shut the fuck up.
Right, yeah, right.
Hey man, Jay White beat Naito twice, and Naito beat him the 3rd time. So,
everything always revolves around Jay White to you?
Because man, it's pure wrestling.
That's true. Okay. Next we had, let's see. Next was the SCU. No, it wasn't.
It is yes SCU.
Well,
but
yeah, no, it was Moxley and Kazarian. Sorry.
Yeah, some interesting things about that. Did y'all notice that Kazarian was wearing singles gear, not SCU gear?
I didn't.
I didn't notice that either.
No, the only thing that I actually did notice was I didn't know that he could grow his hair. I thought he was like,
oh my god, dude, watching that shit.
I know. I was sitting there. I was like, when did Randy Orton join AEW?
Dude, listen, Kaz is when I refer to him as like this. He used to have really good hair.
Oh yeah, I remember like his when he would come over from like UPW, the future Frankie Kazarian, and he had that like straight long hair, and then it looked like it started like, I thought it was just natural, like it looked like he was just balding, like little it started thinning a little bit, and then towards his TNA days, and of course he shaved it, and I thought that was it. I thought I was like, oh well, of course, yeah, he shaved it, he looks good, because now it's just like, you know, but I don't know. It looked like he was totally fine, which that fucks with me. It's like, really, you chose to do that? I don't know.
It's weird because it doesn't look like he's balding. I mean,
no, it doesn't.
It really doesn't. It just looks like
he looks good. He looks good.
It does.
It's good. He looks good. But this was an interesting match. I mean, obviously, it was, to me. I like this match just on paper, even without the stuff that happened afterwards. But that's really what.
Was this the first time they've ever faced each other?
To my knowledge, I don't know. Kyle, can you attest to that?
It has to be.
I think it is.
Yeah. But I mean, obviously, also Moxley went over Kazarian with the paradigm shift. No real surprise there. But it was afterwards where we had the Dark Order come out, 10 come out. I mean, we had all the big hitters. And of course, Mr. Brody Lee, and then we have Mr. Brody Lee challenging Moxley at Double or Nothing. Now, I want to ask your opinion first, Kyle, and I'll throw it to you, MJ. Do you have a problem with Brody Lee coming in here and just already having a shot at the AEW championship?
No, because if you look at the rankings, it works. I'll explain. Hold on.
Yeah, sure.
Let me pull up the rankings. Let me find them real quick.
Rankings.
Mr. Kyle League. I'm gonna start calling Kyle League.
Kyle League.
Yeah, but most of his wins are off. See,
Right, I know.
most
Yeah,
of his wins are off of squash matches.
right.
And
But
Alex,
it's still
another admin from the group, Alex, asked me how it worked. I'm like, well, Brody challenged him. It wasn't nothing as in, oh, we waited a couple days.
it wasn't that. Mox last week basically put it in a video an open challenge to anybody.
I mentioned, I forgot to
that they can
mention.
beat him. Yeah, I wish they would have, announced that more, but they didn't really talk about it too much. I wish Mox would have. They had Mox like grab the mic and say, issue an open challenge, and then have Brody attack.
I mean, come on, not everyone's there, so come on.
Hold on, let me find the rankings.
Could have easily had
Pac
Pac.
right
He
now.
can't be there, obviously, for some reason.
No Pac, no Lucha Brothers.
Those Lucha Brothers, no Big Swole, no, who else was I thinking about last night?
No Jeff Cobb.
No Hangman. What?
Hey,
who just said
how
that?
are Luchasaurus and Jungle Boy going to be there? Is because they live in California.
Well, they must have a way because it's, we're going to announce later, but.
Pterodactyl. They could fly in a pterodactyl.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the men's rankings.
Yeah.
So it works with the rankings because Cody's number 1, but he can't challenge for the title. And Lance Archer is second, but he's facing Cody at Double Nothing for the TNT Championship.
That makes sense.
Kenny is third, but he's probably going to be having a tag team title match.
That's still no.
And Brody is tied with Kenny, we're right under Kenny.
Okay. All right, that makes sense now.
Yeah.
It's just tied. All right.
Interesting.
Yeah, both Kenny and Brody are 4-0. And so
yeah, I mean it's pretty cool how there's a lot of moving pieces to make that work.
It's fucked just because of what's going on.
I was sitting there when Brody attacked. I was like, okay, so Brody's getting a title. Well, I was like, well, what the hell? And I looked. I was like, oh, well, shit. It makes sense with the rankings.
Right.
Yeah. Placement goes over rankings. I will agree with that.
Well, I guess it's also, I mean, the priority of, I guess the challengers are the ones that get to,
Well, I mean placement as in, he said that Lancer's in the finals, so you really can't put him in the World Championship match.
Right.
I wonder if
You're a robot.
I heard Hangman State. What?
You're a robot for a second, but now.
God damn it!
I know.
It's okay, man. That's why we have a producer.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what I can do for that, but.
I mean, you can cut it.
Well, no, of course, I can cut that, of course, but
just tune my voice to be a robot throughout the rest of the podcast
and make it even. Yeah.
No, but I wonder if Kenny and Hangman can even have a title match at Double or Nothing because I heard that Hangman State is under quarantine till June.
They are. That's correct. If he's Virginia,
possibly.
If I know I think that's where he's from. So I don't know if that's where he lives right now, but I'm almost certain Virginia is until about June 15th or mid-June.
Yeah, that's what I heard too. So, damn, if they can't defend the titles, then
I guess that's why they're having a party.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. But if he's not there by Double or Nothing, hopefully then they can put Kenny in the ladder match.
That's true.
I'd be cool with that.
I would be. Yeah, that would
then that doesn't make sense not to put him against Moxley right now. Then if he's over Brody,
it doesn't. Yeah.
Well, but that match is already set.
Yeah.
But it was just set last night. Come on.
So what? Well, we have to assume that they signed the paperwork. I mean, even though we didn't see it in the ring, we have to assume that they signed the contract.
If they pulled this without the pandemic, then we can all agree that this is stupid. But
also Kenny isn't really going after the world championship right now.
He wants to end.
That's true.
Yeah. Did y'all see that Sports Illustrated article Kenny did?
I did
recently.
Not.
Yeah, he basically said for all the people who think that he's not the best in the world still, that that time will come, and it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when.
Wow.
He basically said that that he's got other stuff he's doing right now that he's focused on, but he's still the best in the world, and he's going to prove it.
I believe it.
I'm pretty sure Kenny's going to have like a championship run at some point soon.
Oh yeah.
I just don't see anyone. Who can you compare to Kenny Omega?
Dude, that fucking moonsault off. Okay, we'll talk about that later.
You can talk about it though. I mean, we could talk about
That
whatever.
fucking moonsault off the damn scissor lift.
Yeah.
Shit.
Robot.
Yeah.
I think that main event proved that Kenny tweeted about it. He said that proved that DDT style of wrestling can work in North America, even though people claimed it couldn't.
You're breaking up a little bit there, bro.
Jesus Lord, fuck, man.
I said
That was weird.
What's that?
I said that.
Whoa.
I'm just kidding.
I was like, oh my god, he's turning into one.
I'm just kidding. I'm fucking around.
It seems to stop when we talk over him for some reason.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what it is.
It must be my anti-talking over me things I have added.
Yeah, his app.
Yeah.
All right, well, I mean, we got if we can crank out, if we can get like 15 more minutes, I can make it work. 10, 15 minutes, but
let's move on.
Yeah,
we'll figure something out.
yeah. But I guess next, so this whole thing to sum it all up, this setup, of course, Mr. Brody Lee versus Jon Moxley at Double or Nothing. So I guess there is your main event right there, which is fan-fucking. I mean, I'm excited for that. Yeah, that's gonna be fucking awesome.
Plus, Mox and Brody have quite the history.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
CZW,
Wyatt family and Shield.
CZW, Dragon Gate, USA as well.
Oh, good point.
Yeah.
Very cool.
I knew about this because they battled you.
What'd you say?
Yep.
Yep. Wyatt family. I love that Mox, after he got, fucking beat down, he just goes, all you had to do was ask me, brother.
Right. Yeah.
And they got his ass beat again.
Yeah, I think the first word that he said was "dude." I was like, "Oh, that was unexpected."
But you know what sucks is because we all know the outcome of this match.
Yeah.
And I don't think it's gonna be clean. I don't think Mox is gonna beat him clean. There's gonna be something that's gonna happen. And also, I don't care about no conspiracy theories. I think Dash Wilder was in that fucking ring last night.
You think so?
Did you not hear JR compliment that spine buster that one of those masked guys gave to? I'm pretty sure it was Kaz. He gave it to Kaz, and he was like, "Oh, that's Dark Order." That's not. No, he was like a filament last night.
Oh,
man.
okay.
And he complimented his spine buster. I was like, why would you compliment a random dude's spine buster?
I thought that was 10. I thought that was Preston Vance.
Yeah, pretty sure it's 10.
Are you sure?
Pretty sure it's 10.
Pretty sure he had the slashes right above his nips.
Yeah.
He should. I don't know why he went above his nips. He should have just covered them. That would have been more intriguing. And be like, what's under there?
I thought I saw someone with a long sleeve do it. I don't know.
Either way. Let's talk about the Brandy promo. And I guess following that, the Lance Archer against QT Marshall match that happened. This was a really good promo by Brandy. She told Jake to keep her name out of his dirty old mouth. This was her going back to this is Mrs. Brandy Rhodes. This is Executive Brandy Rhodes. No longer are we seeing any of these weird
Chief Brand Officer Brandy Rhodes.
Yes, exactly. Chief Brand Officer. Officer. I don't know why I said that weird, but this is a cool setup for what's going to happen later after the match. But we had Lance Archer defeating QT Marshall, and this was a little bit. I don't want to say it was a squash match. It was an extended enhancement match.
It was a story progressing match.
Yes. Yes, it was a story progressing match. Thank you. That's a good way of putting it. But Kyle, what do you think of this? I mean, Lance Archer versus QT Marshall, and I guess the aftermath.
Damn it. Hold on.
Yeah.
I thought it was I think AEW is doing a really good job with how they're portraying Lance as being this dominant force. Or not, his opponents are getting some offense in on him, but not really much of anything that has any effect on him whatsoever.
That's a good point. Yeah, because again, I mean, it's not like this wasn't just Lance Archer just going out there and beating the shit out of QT. Like, I mean, yeah, he did beat the shit out of QT, but QT also got some shots in himself. So it was a fun not back and forth, but it was a fun, entertaining match. But with the aftermath, we had also it should be noted that Dr. Britt Baker got involved too, hit QT with her shoe, and so Brandy went and kind of chased her off. Archer hitting the EBD claw on Marshall. And then this is where things get interesting. After the match, we have Britt hitting Brandy with a DDT, which is interesting because, of course, we have Jake Roberts sitting fucking right there he wasn't wearing his mask, which was kind of bothering me. I mean, I guess he doesn't have to. Right, guys? I mean, he had it.
I mean, come on. We don't really have to. He was wearing it during the match.
I
But I think if you have 3 people in a ring, I don't think you need to be that precautionary.
Right, fair enough.
They don't have it.
All right, I'll back off.
He was wearing it, but then he was taking it off every now and then.
Right. Okay.
But
right.
now, like before this, though, like everybody in that building got tested.
Say it one more time.
I said before this, everybody in that building got tested.
Okay. All right. Well, I mean, that's good to know. And actually, it's good. Thank you for mentioning that because they said that in the beginning. Excalibur and JR, I think they were talking. They went back and forth about how they said all production and talent. They all, like I said, they all had the COVID test, and they also
even Tony Khan. He talked about it as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
I forgot what I was going to say.
That's all right. It happens. That happens. No, but it was interesting. Thank you. Like, it was good to see them actually acknowledge it. I don't even know if they're doing that in WWE. It seems like they're just kind of doing everything in their power to not say the word COVID-19 or coronavirus.
Man.
Right.
They don't worry about world problems in the ring.
Right. But this sets up. Also, we actually didn't even get to the best fucking part.
No, we didn't.
No, Jake pulled out his fucking snake. Not his, the snake.
You intentional bastards.
Shut up. Damien. Well, actually, I don't know if that was they weren't calling him Damien. They should have. I guess that's.
Oh man, that would have been so.
Yeah, I guess that's WWE thing though. It's like intellectual property, perhaps. I don't
Damien's all elite.
Yeah, Damien. Oh my God, that's a graphic.
He's gonna change the name of it. Watch.
Oh man,
we're gonna rally for him more.
Yeah, no, I'm doing that as soon as we get off the line. I'm making Damien his all elite graphic. But yeah, it was cool to see Jake back out there pulling the snake, putting it's so weird to say it, but I sound like a fucking weirdo. Putting his snake on Brandy. I mean, it was weird though how he did like kind of mounted her and then
he did what he usually used to do, dude. Did the little shake with his it was great, man.
I think my secret favorite part was at the end when he pretended he was just gonna throw the snake like into the crowd.
Yes, that was fucking hilarious.
I was like, oh my God, don't do it. But yeah,
it just calls back. Sorry to cut you off.
Oh no, you're good. You're good.
It just calls back because when I was watching this, almost every week when I see Jake, I always remember that documentary. And I know that's bad, but then again, that is good because I'm like, yes. I'm watching him on my TV right now.
Well, they have. I mean, you're talking about which one? You're not talking about Beyond the Mat. You're talking about the other one after that.
No,
right?
I'm talking about that one.
Right. Resurrection of Jake Roberts.
That has a good ending.
It does,
but it's just
It does.
From when that was made to now, that's you know what I mean.
Right. And then so I guess moving forward, briefly we had Taz try to get an interview with Darby Allin, but Darby didn't really feel like talking, so he just pushed the mic away and told Taz to fuck. Well, he didn't tell Taz to fuck off. He insinuated to Taz to fuck off. So we didn't hear any words from Darby Allin.
I have
something
for that.
Yeah, what's up?
I have something for that.
Yeah.
Do you guys think that this is a way for Darby to join Dark Order?
No.
I don't.
He keeps losing. He keeps losing.
Fucking not.
Come on. People trying to give him advice.
Do you know how to destroy one of the hottest talents in AEW? Put him in Dark Order.
Oh God. Hottest, really?
Darby Allin, yeah.
Couldn't even make it to a TNT finals. Hottest, really?
Stop.
Oh, you know what I mean. He is one of the biggest crowd favorites there is.
He is. And plus, you can't put a Dark Order mask on him when he's already wearing face paint. You can't do that.
Hey, you know one thing we didn't talk about? One thing y'all kind of overlooked in the Dark Order.
Mm-hmm.
Did y'all not notice that they were wearing suits and not those stupid fucking whatever things that
That's a good
they came
point.
out with?
Like the turtlenecks.
Last year?
Right.
Yeah, they were wearing actual like black button-ups and stuff. I was like, they look so much better now.
Oh yes, that is another good point.
All the Dark Order is just the WCW power plant.
Oh my God. Well, actually, first of all, you say it like the power plant was a bad thing. First of all, the power plant was fucking awesome. Okay.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. People said that they got mistreated there. And
I know.
You know?
Man.
One of the things that with the Jake the Snake thing, how know in WWE that Mox got in trouble whenever Jake the Snake attacked him and put the snake on him.
Yeah, he smiled.
He was smiling the entire time.
Really?
Yes.
Yeah, it was during
of him laying in the ring just with the biggest smile on his face with the snake on him.
It's a retro raw.
Wow.
Right.
Corpsing. Mox corpsing. Well, it already feels like we talked about fucking everything on the show, but we haven't even gotten to like one of the best parts about the whole fucking thing. We had Chris Jericho and Sammy Guevara, aka Les Sex Gods, defeating Kenny Omega and Matt Hardy in Matt Hardy's first AEW official match in a tag team street fight. This was an interesting one. We had Matt Hardy. He switched personas a couple times.
That was interesting as fuck. I did not know.
You know what? I think
he was going to do that.
I think he's going to keep doing that. I think he's going to do that.
I hope so.
Match. I think he's going to.
So he's going to be from what? Damascus?
No, he's gonna come out as Broken Matt Hardy, and then it's going to go to Matt Hardy, and then Damascus is going to end with it.
I like Matt's ring gear when he first entered.
You know what? It kind of reminded me of the Ascension.
Whoa.
Did it not? Did it not?
If you're saying it in a good way. Oh, you said you liked it, so yes, then it did remind you of the Ascension.
Kyle said he liked it.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm assuming that you liked it too, because who doesn't like the Ascension? The Ascension are the fucking best tag team ever. They're not even called the Ascension anymore. That's their formerly known as team. They are the it's like Walking Dead or the Dead. Oh God, someone help me out. No one knows it. Do you guys know it?
No, what?
Dark Order.
No, it's not Dark. Oh, I can see them in Dark Order. No, they are. Oh God, this is gonna destroy. All right, anyway, I'll figure it out.
I got you. I know what it is.
What?
It's the Darkness Express. That's
no.
what it is.
Oh my God.
Darkness Experience.
Oh, the Darkness Experience. No, they are like the Wounded, the Walking Wounded, the. Oh God.
Walking Jobbers.
No, Walking Wasteland.
Joggers.
The Walking Jobbers. No, Wasteland Walkers. The Wasteland Walkers. That's what it is.
Let's just stop the phone before we get to this main event.
What?
Here goes a little history lesson for you, Brian. Do you know the
Yeah.
last thing the Ascension did in WWE was with
Job.
Breezango when they were doing the
Brazongo, the files, the fashion
the
files.
file, the
Fashion
fashion
Files was great.
Do you not realize before that their last tag match was
Yeah, it was probably against.
years before that even happened?
Yeah, no, well, it was probably what's his name? El Torito was probably
Do
involved.
you not know that Ascension are the first ever NXT tag team champion?
Oh, I know. That's why they're so great. They got
You know
a
that Seth
fucking raw
Rollins
deal, bro.
Is the first NXT champion
Who?
Seth Rollins?
Yeah, he used to do mosh moves. It was great.
Do you know the similarity between the two?
He used to wear "This Is Hell" t-shirts.
They're both fucking awful.
Whoa.
Hey,
Let's get back fucking on track. But stop knocking my boys, all right? My fucking boys. Shout out Connor. Shout out Victor. Even though that's not their names anymore.
Oh, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, what are we doing? What are we? So.
Oh, 15th episode, and this is the first time that we're having technical
No.
issues.
I know. Hey, it's gonna happen. We'll get around it today.
Yeah, I said that there was a lot of like meme like worthy like photos from this episode.
Definitely were.
Britt,
So many
I'm sorry.
people.
Britt was my favorite meme. I'm sorry. I have to go with that tonight.
Ew, what's up with her? Yeah,
Dude,
her like.
Dude, y'all
eyes-
need to go back. I'll have to send y'all the clips of the videos. Y'all need to watch like the little clips of Dynamite from Britt Baker's. I guess she was doing like a live stream.
Oh, nice.
She was with Sean Spears and MJF, and it was the funniest fucking thing. At one point, like she's like filming the thing, and then like Sean Spears and MJF is over next to her, and all of a sudden she turns the camera onto him, and Spears is like, "Hey, we're over here." They're watching the Lance Archer QT match, and it was like, "Hey." And here's Archer destroying QT. Haha. I was like, hey, we're over here with Britt Baker. And MJF's like, did you know she's a doctor?
That's amazing.
That's not fucking funny, Kyle.
That's amazing.
During the street fight, they're all doing it, and they're all just making it seem. They're making it seem like they're just watching like an actual like fight outside of a building. And Pineapple Pete yells out "World Star."
Oh no!
In the middle of the fight.
Jesus. See, that's why. I mean, I love how they're very aware. Like they're very with it. Like everyone is. I don't know. I feel like with some companies, there'll be like something that happens like that. It'll catch fire in like actual society, and then like they'll wait like months later until they acknowledge it on TV when it's already passed. Like it's already old news. But not AEW. I'm sorry. I'm still.
Yeah.
I'm sucking their fucking proverbial dick again. But.
At one point, Spears like looked over and he was like, "Hey, it's Britt Baker, baby."
Oh God!
I'll send y'all the clip. That like it was hilarious.
Please do. But yeah, this match it went everywhere. It went all over Daly's place. We got to see a pretty cool backstage. Just kind of the whole setup that they have going on. Kyle mentioned before, Kenny did a moonsault off of the fucking scissor lift. Jericho powerbombed Omega on top of the golf cart. Hager choked him. I mean, also, it should be noted that we got the full inner circle. They all reconvened because, they've all been separated doing the bubbly bunch and the Manitoba. What was it fucking called? The
Manitoba Melee.
Manitoba Melee. Thank you. Yeah. So now we get all the guys under one roof. And it was cool to see the heels. I mean, they stood fucking very tall. They looked very strong towards the episode, and it was cool. The icing on the cake too was how they had on the big screen. They had the inner circle on the football field, and you could see it in the background. It was just a really cool visual.
Matt and Kenny running over Sammy with the golf cart.
Yes, talk about memes. Talk about like clips. I mean, it looked like Sammy got fucked up.
Yeah, it looked like he got clipped really hard.
Like, I know I mean, he was running in front of it, and they're cruising right behind him. But this is another thing too that, like, I think Kyle said it before, that this was just another way that people shit on DDT wrestling and say it's silly, it's goofy, but this is a version of it, and I mean, I think this was very fucking entertaining. Have you guys seen the? Did they release the? What am I trying to say? The not the standings, the ratings. The ratings. Have they released the ratings yet?
I don't.
A little after 3, but I'll check.
Okay.
3:43, Kyle. In our time.
In our time.
It's 2:43 my time.
Yeah.
So in your time, it's a little after 3.
Yeah. I'm checking.
All right, Kyle.
Sometimes they release them early.
You know, one of the things I thought I could honestly see NXT maybe doing better in the ratings just because of on paper they had a lot of good matchups top to bottom. Now I personally didn't watch. I was watching.
They had a bunch of
AEW.
desperate matches.
Right. Right. So I'm saying they could win. Maybe I could see them maybe sneaking it out. But the fact that AEW they were live.
Those matches win.
Well, again, I didn't watch, so I'm fucking. But again, that's what I'm saying. On paper, you see those names, Velveteen and fucking Adam Cole. I mean, that's a pretty significant matchup. Charlotte having going against Io. I think there was one more that was I forget, but either way.
All I see on that's B+ players. Sorry.
Oh wow. Them's fighting words.
No, them's true words.
But yeah, I mean, this was one of my favorite episodes of Dynamite that I can remember. I mean,
yeah.
I think it's hard to top the Wardlow and Cody Cage match episode, man. I'm sorry.
That's true.
That's probably one of my prolific episodes I love.
Right. Yeah, no, that's a good point. And speaking of Wardlow, his tan was like out of control. He looked fucking orange. And I'm not saying that's a bad thing. I'm just saying, I mean, that he's getting some color. He's getting some sun. He looks good. He looks healthy. He looks like he's ready to fucking destroy everyone in AEW. Mr. Mayhem. I love it. And he was wearing a suit. So that's a good thing too. Anyway. All right. Before we wrap things up, is there anything else that sticks out to you guys that you want to talk about before we get into plugs? Anything on your brains? Any topics? I guess we didn't talk about Double or Nothing.
Double or Nothing match card.
Yeah. Do you want to read the card, or actually should I read the card since I don't know? I
think Brian should read the card.
Yeah, let me read the card. Let's see. So yesterday, on Dynamite, they announced a couple of the matches that we're going to be having at Double or Nothing officially. So we have the Casino Ladder match. And this is for an AEW World Title shot. Now, they haven't announced who's involved. They haven't announced who's going to be in it. I suppose we can, I guess we can go around and pick a couple names who we think that might be involved. I'll go to you, Kyle, first. Who do you see being involved in this match?
Who do I see being involved, or who do I want in it?
Who do you see? Who do I see?
Darby Allin.
Okay.
I've got Kip Sabian.
Okay. So, I mean, what about just all the people that were in the TNT tournament that didn't make it?
That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking, okay, I've got Darby Allin, Kip Sabian. I want Jimmy Havoc.
Oh, yes.
I also wouldn't mind seeing Sonny Kiss in it.
Yeah, that's a good one.
I've got Kiss in there. I don't know if he can make it, because of travel, but I also wouldn't mind seeing Pac.
Oh, boy.
And I think, hold on. What else was it? Sammy Guevara. Yeah.
Okay. But they haven't announced how many participants, like nothing, right? They just announced the match. I'm not missing anything, right?
Yeah, they just announced the match. They hadn't even announced how many participants or who.
Right. Well, according to the graphic, they put 4 ladders in there. So no, I'm just kidding. I know one of you guys mentioned that you hope that they're doing qualifying matches for the Casino Ladder match, which I think would be that would be a good idea too. That would be fun.
Be good to fill time.
Right. We also, of course, have the finals. This one was already set, but I'll repeat it anyway. Cody versus Lance Archer in the finals for the TNT Championship. Go Lance, that's right. We've got MJF versus Jungle Boy. This one was just kind of thrown out there right after the MJF and the Sean Spears promo. But we had from Tony Schiavone, he announced that Tony Khan, I guess, seemingly put this match together, unbeknownst to MJF. He did a whole spit take with his wine, which during a pandemic, I mean, I don't know if you should really be like spitting your fluids everywhere, but neither here nor there.
This is it's a clean space.
Yeah, it's a clean space, right? It's a clean.
No
space.
one has it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But so that's another match. That's an intriguing one because I mean, we haven't really seen Jungle Boy since all this stuff, so it'll be fun seeing him, and I'm sure we'll get Luchasaurus and Marco involved too. And then last night we also finalized. We have Jon Moxley versus Mr. Brody Lee for the AEW World Championship. So. I guess I could see them adding maybe one more match, maybe two matches, maybe.
I see quite a few more matches being added.
Yeah, I see more.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
There's not a crowd, man. So
you get your women's match, you got your tag team match.
Well, that's true.
Yeah.
And just
even if there is a tag team match,
just other like feuds. I honestly think that we might get Jimmy Havoc and Luther. I don't know nothing.
That could be fun, but I think I don't know about the tag team because I think MJ said it before that we don't know if what's his name, Hangman, if he's going to be able to defend, right? Him and Kenny.
Yeah, that's true.
So I think there just might be a little inner circle elite thing going on.
Right, go back to the blood and guts type of thing.
Yeah, you can't have Young Bucks there either. I mean, that's weird. Where did you say, Kyle? Where did you say Jungle Boy is at?
California.
And that's where
everyone
else. That's what I'm saying too. So,
right,
they might just be waiting to show them back up on TV. Maybe, I don't know.
Wait, but they're going to be there. They're going to be fucking there next week.
Yeah, that's true.
They're going to be on TV next week, all three of them. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
They said that. We don't even know if that's going to be live, so...
Right. That was another thing, too, we were discussing.
Man, what is going on?
So, wait, why would they go live for this one show and then go back to being taped for the next one?
I think it's just like a special.
It's so that they can film more episodes.
Oh, okay, yeah. All right.
Gotcha. Okay. All right. I can live with that. All right. Let's put a bow on this one because we're going a little long. So let's get to some plugs and we will wrap this baby up. I'm gonna go to who wants to fucking speak first. It'll be I was gonna say dealer's choice, but that's not a dealer's choice. Gentleman's choice. I don't know what the fuck. How about you? I'm gonna go to you, Kyle. How about you take us out first? Hopefully you don't sound like a robot.
Join the AEW All Elite Wrestling Discussion Facebook group. If you're a fan of Discord, join the AEW Discord, discord.gg/AEW. Listen to Marked Out Wrestling Podcast. And if you need any sound and lights ever, you contact Carmen Childers AV Tech Services.
That's right. You contact Carmen. He's the fucking top-notch AV guy. He's also a fantastic person. Thank you for that, Kyle. And let's go to Mr. MJ to take us on out. MJ, I'm sure you have some things that you want to say about a certain person that wrestles for a certain promotion over
we'll get to that.
fees. Okay,
we'll get
go on. Okay,
First,
okay.
MLW Group, one of our sister groups that is on Facebook too. You can reach that obviously at MLW Discussion. You can go to, there's a new sister group going out. It's called Independent Wrestling World. We'll be showcasing everyone independent. Doesn't matter where you're from. Don't matter. I don't care. Come on over. Now, New Japan is canceling almost all events until 2021. This saddens me because I will not be able to see the most charismatic enigma, the holy grail of the headlock. The last rock and roller, never will be another one. Jay White. So, I'm going to campaign right now that we all go to Jay White's Twitter and show him the love and respect he deserves. And with that being said, if you're not breathing in, you're missing out.
Goodbye.
And good night, Ben.
I'll catch you on the flip side.
Marked Out Podcast is produced and edited by You Record Studios and from Charlotte, North Carolina. Subscribe, follow, and listen to us live on YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook Live. Download the podcast by following us at podbean.com or subscribe on iTunes and Apple Podcasts. While you're there, go ahead and give us an honest and fair review and rating. Finally, if you have enjoyed our product and would like to see us grow, please donate to us by visiting the donation link below our live video, or you can donate via Venmo and Cash App at the handle RavePro. That's RAVEPRO.
You're listening to the Electronic Media Collective Podcast Network. Yeah, it's a mouthful. For more great shows, visit electronicmediacollective.com.